Okay, welcome back. This is going to be a short video for part 1A on basic urban footprint skills. Let me share my screen. So you can see I embedded the tutorial video here. You can watch that. That one turned out to be 28 minutes, a little longer than I was expecting, but that's going to be probably the longest of the videos, or at least for this earlier part. But these other videos shouldn't take too long. And so part 1, basic urban footprint skills, says, please make a map of your city or town using urban footprint, using parcel data. Please name the map, your last name, assignment 1, urban footprint. We've already done that. You should use the county as a context area with the census block data. We've already done that. Please submit at least 2 maps. One should be 3D view and have a satellite-based map, okay? This is going to be a little tricky, and I made it tricky for a reason, and you'll see. So we have already I already showed you how to make a map. I did notice in the first overview video that my headshot is kind of cutting out some of the controls. So I'm going to move this down a little bit, and hopefully you'll be able to see here. My head won't overlap with that, with the controls. So I said to make a map of your city, your town or city. And so we're going to do that. I'm going to pick the light as the background image. Okay. And this is my town, my city, West Palm Beach. This area is mostly wetlands. So I'm going to kind of zoom in on this part. I'm going to export this map. And this is actually really where you'll define the study area, right? I'm sorry, you'll define in here really where your map's going to be. Now, this part of town is kind of like vertical oriented, right? But this map is kind of horizontal. And I don't need the project area. I don't need the context area. So what I might do is I might make a portrait map here. And that, I think, is going to be a little bit better for me to show what I'm trying to show. So I'm not going to be able to show a land use map of the whole entire city, because you won't be able to see the different land uses on a block level basis. But I'm going to maybe focus in on the downtown area. Something's happening oddly. There we go. I will say we'll focus in on that downtown area, and you can see the legend in here. And I might update the map and just say kind of downtown West Palm Beach land uses. Spell it correctly. And then there you go. You can choose the quality. So some cases you want to do as highest resolution as possible. In other cases, it may not let you do that, depending upon what you're trying to export. But in this case, I believe you can. So I'm going to export that. And all I need to do is wait for that to download. In the meantime, it says to make a second view with a satellite as a base map. Now, what I told my students I want you to do is to open up PowerPoint, and I want you to paste your maps into like PowerPoint. So once that finishes downloading, I'm going to paste that into PowerPoint, because I want you to save all of your PowerPoint when you're done as a PDF and submit the PDF, right? So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to say assignment 1 John Rennie. Right, and then I'll add a new slide. And I'll say, part 1A. Okay, I can delete that. Could be a little smaller there. I don't need it to be 44 points. Okay, so while that is still, and I'm going to duplicate this slide because there's 2 maps for part 1A. So while this is going, I'm going to start on the second map, which is a 3D satellite map. So I'm going to make it 3D. I'm going to change the orientation of this map because, I think it might be kind of nice to show a satellite map. Right, that's kind of a cool looking map. Different perspective. And I can't create this new map until this first one finishes. So let me go ahead. And pause the recording until that's done. Oh, no, it just finished. Good. Okay, so I'm going to download that. And going to open that. I'll copy this into PowerPoint. And there you go. That's kind of all what I expect for that. All right. And so now for this one, go back to urban footprint. And I'm going to export this map. Oh, what happens? It says maps at this resolution with a satellite base map are currently not supported. So you cannot export a 3D map using a satellite base map using this export feature, which is exactly why I asked you to do this, because there's another way, there's a workaround, and that's what I want you to learn is the workaround. The workaround, I think I may have showed you earlier, is a snapshot. So you go ahead and you take your snapshot and go ahead and open that snapshot. Okay. Go ahead and copy that into here. Okay. Now, what I'd like for you to do is not just to paste that, but actually create, create a title for it, right? You could do that right here in PowerPoint, right? You can insert a text box, insert a text box, figure 1A, downtown West Palm Beach. Land uses. Okay. Now, I don't expect to have a north arrow or a scale. Well, you can't have a scale in a 3D map because the scale it's a perspective. It's changing. 1 inch over here is going to be, a lot less distance than say 1 inch in the background. So you can't scale a 3D map, and you can't really. It won't let you put in a north arrow here. And unfortunately, you can't put in a legend. But what you could do is this is a little trick here, is you can go in here. That one's kind of small, but this is what I would do is I would go in here, back to urban footprint. And I would get out of the 3D map, go ahead and export this map again. I would go ahead, I guess well, basically what I would recommend, you know what, I've already downloaded this. So let me, yeah, I go back to this download, okay? I would take a screenshot, okay? I use a little shortcut on the keyboard. You can look that up on Google. On a Windows, it's the Windows Shift S. So I just do a little screenshot of this right here. And then go ahead and then paste this in over here, right? And you know, you can arrange this kind of like that. Maybe put it up a little bit so you can see the map around it. And there you go. So that's a little workaround. So I want you to learn these little tricks of the trade. These are important. And I believe that's all you need for this. Let me double check. Yes, that's all you need. So I'm going to stop the video because that's all you need to do for part 1A.